My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end. Came other way.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're going to look here at All-Pro Devontae Adams. He's been torching secondaries all season, now closing in on 1,200 yards. It's the Raiders and the Colts, next on Madden Football.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 73 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic
throw across his body and it's intercepted? Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he'll just get rid of it.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he coughed it up. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here we go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. As this complete to Woods. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Carr now on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders at 10-4 on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winner scores of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 3 touchdowns on the ground, and then, Charles, he threw one in through the air for good measure.
Yeah, you know you have to account for him in all situations. I mean, we know he can run the heck out of the football. You just noted what he did. But how about him being able to get out of the backfield, catch it, and get into the end zone as well?
And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. To throw his Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He'll give this off to Taylor. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Here we go.
Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season.
Here we go.
We'll step aside. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Here we go.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
Now Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Max Crosby, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They're going to look to throw.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders now set to get the football back. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. 23 yards the pickup there. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off the plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 31, Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made by Grover Stewart.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams from 3 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Here we go.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Garoppolo.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo.
And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Hines. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go.
Now 1st and 10 at the 11.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
Touchdown, Colts.
Michael Pittman.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And it makes the score 21-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, looking for Warner, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Touchdown. Michael Pittman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are back within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Gano now to add the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. And plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that change.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And one more time, that's Watkins. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as an 31-yard gain.
Here we go.
To throw is Garoppolo. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's caught downfield. It's Waller. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Carr now on 1st down. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in the second quarter.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And the first half was not kind to him, and he knows that. 3 interceptions, but still tied, so kind of a clean slate.
I'd say it's a reprieve because ordinarily you throw 3 interceptions, your team should be behind. So he has to be thinking to himself, okay, I'm off the hook for that one. I have to play better for my team here in the second half.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Jacobs going to try the middle. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down, Jacobs once more. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Whatever the discussions were at halftime in trying to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him an opportunity.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Here we go, here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run with Hines. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he'll find Pittman. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
The kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Garoppolo on 1st down. That one into the hands of Watkins downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one completes Alec Pierce. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr going to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles. And I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now Garoppolo. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley Cox, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Hines. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short on the 1st down.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. counter play with Jacobs. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. Back now here on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5 now. Carr.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing now is Carr. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Give that sack to the linebacker, Jayon Brown. Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. But this time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. And I think he got a yard to the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. From the gun, it's Carr. He hits Adams, complained. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
$65. 21.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Then he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. That's pulled in at the 32. Powers through him. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. The Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown advantage. Patrick Mahomes, 3 touchdown passes thus far. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. So the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but works the clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw, Carr, and it's complete to Adams. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Once again, it's Jacobs, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Jacobs, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by 11, a minute 44 to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got his man, it's Woods. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through.